Greetings and salutations. Thank you for lending an ear to The Voice of the Times this Monday, April 12, 2021. For today's editorial, the bizarre saga of Secretary Harry Roque's hospitalization. It is journalistically difficult to avoid remarking on the hospitalization for COVID of Palace spokesman Harry Roque Jr. and its statics. On the one hand, we want to leave the man and his family in equanimity as he battles to recover from his infection with SARS-CoV-2. The ordeal will keep him busy enough. On the other hand, he has insisted on being the one to announce to the nation the new round of classifications and restrictions under community quarantine during the pandemic. He won't let go. To Roque's credit, it was he and not a government factotum who announced the news of his illness and hospitalization. He held an online press briefing while on self-quarantine after testing positive for COVID-19 to announce the news. He said, "I am now admitted in a hospital for COVID treatment. This is to say that COVID-19 is more transmissible now, so we have to do extra precaution. I am asking for your sincerest prayers to all affected with COVID-19 in the country and around the world. God bless and protect us all," he added. And then he blurted out a stunning note on his official duties. Despite being in the hospital, he said he would still be the one to announce the new quarantine classifications for the National Capital Region and for surrounding provinces. The story of Secretary Roque's illness seems like a saga in itself. It was on March 15 that Roque announced to the nation that he had tested positive for COVID-19. On March 25, he re-emerged to declare that he was already COVID-free. But now, with his confinement in a hospital, it would appear that he again tested positive for the coronavirus. The palace official has not given any details on when he tested positive anew for the virus. Roque has admitted to having comorbidities in his current physical condition. He said he would have to wait for 3 months before getting vaccinated against COVID-19 since he had just recovered from illness. The striking part about Roque's situation is that he appears to be much concerned about his role as spokesman for the president and spokesman also of the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF-EID. He wants to be the man to be doing the announcing of the always much-awaited decisions of the task force. He appears to be apprehensive that President Rodrigo Duterte might consider naming another official or healthier government factotum to serve as his spokesman. He worries that the IATF-EID might rise up to the challenge of doing the talking itself. All this fuss looks weird to us, especially now when nearly all public announcements are being done through virtual briefing of the media. The work of spokesmanship is rather exaggerated and inflated in our government system and public life. Until contemporary times, presidents and prime ministers did not consider a go-to spokesman as a must-have. With all the developments now happening concerning the coronavirus pandemic, Secretary Roque would be well advised to focus on his process of recovery from his illness, his medication, and his regimen. It should lift his spirits up that according to statistics, international and national, more than 90% of the infected recover from COVID-19. He should be back at work in due time. Unless... And that's the editorial for Monday, April 12, 2021. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to our digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and listen to The Voice of the Times.